up, you guys? We are back. It is Mary.
And Alma.
And today we are going to be talking about 90 Day Fiance the other way, you all. Oh my God. From Jenny and Submit to Madeline and Luke, it was quite a bit this episode. But I think we're going to go ahead and talk about our fellow cat lover, Hazel's
Mhm.
owner. I can't remember her name, but she
Mm,
basically has she has left Hazel in the arms of her trusted friends, and she has moved to London. And
mhm.
I'm obviously wondering, this must be an amazing guy, because for you to leave your cat and to
Mhm.
leave your job and all of these things, you hope that the connection is amazing. Well, I honestly have to say that I'm not really seeing it,
Yeah.
especially with him like talking about her
Yeah. I mean, the
smelling.
one that she gets there,
She gets there
yeah.
to London,
Yeah.
and basically he does
Mhm.
not have a dresser for her or anything like that. He hasn't cleaned any space out for her. And then on top of that, he's constantly talking about her stench. And at first I was trying to say, oh, he's a guy. Maybe he just needs a woman to help him figure it out or whatever the case may be. But honestly, that's a lie
Mhm.
because when I moved from Tanzania to South Carolina, my husband, he completely cleaned out a whole entire room and organized his house, cleaned his bathroom and all these things just so that I would have space and I would feel like this house was also my house as well. And he continues to do that. So I
Yeah.
can't even blame it on
Yeah.
his gender. Like, I just feel like he just did not
Yeah.
care enough about her. And he probably is a little bit lazy too.
Yeah. I think definitely the laziness. He has not done the part that he has to do. I think that's why he started talking about her body odor to kind of put her down because he was already on the defensive that he has not done the things that he needed to do to get ready for her arrival.
Right.
Why he didn't bother to do that? Very inconsiderate. She was right when she says this just seems really inconsiderate. And
Yeah,
she took it in
absolutely.
stride about her body odor thing. She, oh yeah, like yeah, I was traveling a long time and all this stuff. After someone has traveled for hours and hours, like the
To come
last
see
thing they want
you.
to hear from you is about my scent. Like there's no reason for that. Ugh. Anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
but he's just
Yes.
lazy. I mean, I really hope that it was worth it for her. But yeah,
Yeah.
Madeline and Luke.
Yes. Let's talk about them. I don't know. Luke just not does not make smart financial decisions. And also, I don't think Madeline is either, but she did say she's the only one that's making him money, you know. But
Mhm.
in terms of the wedding, like helicopter, mariachi band, like, look, I don't want to tell a woman how to plan her dream wedding, because listen, if it was my dream wedding, I would be going all out too. But
Right.
it just seems like Luke really did not prepare himself for this at all. And if you're making promises, you should make sure that you can live up to them. He said all he had left was $3,000. You mean the 3,000 your daddy gave you? Like, did I hear that right?
That's what I was saying. I know. I was like, wait, you knew you were getting married. How come you didn't have money for that? Now, what if your father had not given you any money? Then
Right.
what were you gonna do? Like, I think the wedding planner hit the nail on the head. Do you all think you all should be getting married?
Yeah. I don't think
I
so.
mean, okay. And if they are getting married, then you have to bring down the scale of your wedding so that you have money for the rest of your time, at least the rest of his time over there. And then he's talking about buying a resort. Like, how are you planning on doing all of these things? Like, he has these big ideas, but not sound financial decision making.
Right. Not
Ugh.
sound at all. And it's really
How
just
about
a mess.
Manal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mana, I know that she probably is trying to talk. I mean, last time she was there, there was trauma I feel like she gained from her being there, being a plus size woman in France and all this stuff. And maybe she just feel like her parents weren't doing what they can do. But I think she did talk to them and was basically like, I know you guys did the best that you could do with what you had going on. And I feel like you kind of
Yeah,
realize that once you start to have your own kids. Yes, your parents aren't perfect.
yeah,
Nobody said that I was going to be this perfect human being when I became your parent. Me and your daddy were just
exactly.
liked each other, got it on one day, and you came about. So we didn't have it all figured out. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I feel like she gets that now, but hopefully she can go to therapy for some of the trauma because it doesn't just go away, but at least she addressed it.
right. Right. At least she addressed it. I was kind of giving a little bit of eye roll because like this lady complaining so much. And she was like, my girl, we're both plus size people. Well, I'm more morbidly obese than she is. But still, she was like, oh, yeah, I like Manon. But as soon as she started complaining again with her parents, I was like, oh, yikes. But she did kind of show them some grace. So,
Right.
and the parents are so sweet. They just want to support her and just help her to be happy.
Yeah, absolutely. But let's talk about
Yeah.
Jenny and Submit because that was
Oh
ridiculous.
boy.
Like the aunt coming up in there, grabbing the mom, making fun of Jenny, and all this stuff. Like Submit has been with this lady for almost a decade now. Like probably not that long, but almost a decade now. Like she obviously is not going nowhere. You guys basically like if all of India came to
Yeah.
shame Submit, I don't think he would leave Jenny. I think he has his
No.
own personal reasons for why he wants to be with somebody like Jenny. And I think it
Mhm.
has a lot more to do with him not really wanting to be integrated completely or have the responsibilities of that Indian culture in terms of being
Right.
financially responsible for a woman, having to deal with the
Yeah.
family, all that stuff. So I don't think he really cares
Yeah.
what people think about him. Like you
Yeah.
said, he said he's been the black sheep of the family for years. I don't think he's going to start
Yeah.
being shamed out of it now when he's getting up there in age.
No. Yeah. Submit, he reminds me of this person that we know who he was, I mean, there are some men who they go and they don't mind being with a woman with kids, right? And they don't want kids of their own either,
Right.
and they don't want the responsibility. They don't want the responsibility of this is my child. They don't want the responsibility of being with a woman who is younger, who will come with probably more expectation than someone who is older, has her own money and stuff like that. And so that's what strikes me at. We know someone like that. He first was with a woman for what, like 10 years, and she had 4 kids, and he had seen them grow up and all that. She was a widow, received a very good insurance when her spouse passed away, and he was with her. And then when he found somebody else who only had one child, was wealthier, he dropped this other one like a bad habit and moved on. That's that. I'm sure from his side of the story, he will say something else, but moved on to this one. All right. And it's like what you said. I mean, a gold digger ain't got nothing on a man with a plan.
Facts.
Okay. Because those men like that are the original gold diggers.
Yeah.
And so Submit reminds me of that guy. He doesn't want that responsibility. He's not going to have no young Indian woman who will be there to help his mama and all that stuff, because she is going to come, and her family are going to come with the requirement that he has his you know what together, and take care of not only her but her family.
Yeah.
And he knows that. and she will be in his ear and be demanding things from him, and he doesn't want to have to deal with that. And of course she'll have children, and then he has to be even more responsible. He doesn't want that. That's why he's with Jenny, and he is just fine with that, and nobody's going to get Submit away from that. Okay,
Right.
so the aunt can say whatever she needs to say. Now my thing is, I just feel as though it's selfish of Submit to move into his parents' home, because now the parents are going to be ostracized from their community
Right.
because the aunt is leaving. Other people are not going to, and the mom seems to really want to have this community around her. Well, Submit, you know the culture, you know they're going to ostracize her. Why moving with them?
Well, because he wants
You
that
guys got
Indian
nothing to do with
lifestyle.
it. Well, maybe because they, did you say he lost his job or something?
Well, yes, he
And now
lost
he
his
don't have that
job.
extra money.
He lost his job. He's not
Then
making any money. I think they're living on maybe also off of Jenny's disability or whatever it is. And on top of
probably
that,
her
I
social
think
security. I think it was like her social security, her
right.
pension. That's
Yes.
what she has. Because she's 60, isn't she almost 70 now? So yeah,
Yeah.
she's getting her, pension and retirement and all that stuff. And that's what he is taking for that, and also for the business. That's the other thing too. You lost your job. Instead of you going to go find another job, no, 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 no. You want to start a business. So now you got to put out money without having any money of your own coming in.
Right.
So ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. But I think this was
Mm-mm-mm.
all of the couples. It was quite interesting this season. I mean, this episode. But hopefully people start making better decisions financially. Submit and Luck. Was it? Is it Luke? I said
Luke,
Lucky.
Yeah, Luke.
Yeah. But yes, you
I
guys.
bet he wishes he was lucky.
I know. Hot mess. But yes, you guys, it is Mary.
And Amma,
And we,
please don't forget to subscribe.
yes, like and leave a comment. Bye.